joined EXP, I did what every other agent does, just like yourself. I Googled, is EXP Realty a pyramid scheme? Um, Nowadays, the cloud based brokerage is definitely becoming more of a mainstream thing, but EXP was the first one on the block, and it just seemed way too, wild that there was some brokerage that was as good as it is. And I found a bunch of videos. Some were titled, and totally hyped up guys in, Lamborghinis. You've probably seen them tell me I'd be rich in 90 days. Others were completely negative, people who left angry and, basically wanted to burn the whole thing down. But neither one told me what I actually needed to know. So that's what this video is. Not a pitch, not a hit piece. The real answer, the pros, the cons, and the things most agents don't find out until after they've made a move. And this is some of the stuff that's maybe giving you some unsettled mind. So I'm going to here to give you peace of mind. I've been with EXP for about 6 years now. I've watched agents thrive in it. I've watched agents struggle in it. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether, EXP makes sense for you or it doesn't. So let's go. So, there's no jargon to really just make things make sense. So, first, what is EXP? EXP is actually a cloud based real estate brokerage. There's no physical offices you're required to use. You work remotely, which is great. Everything runs through a virtual platform, training, collaboration, meetings, and support. And the commission structure is great. It's 80-20 to start, then you cap. And once you hit your cap, you keep 100% of that commission for the rest of that calendar year. And every year that cap just resets like every other brokerage in the industry. There's also a revenue share model. If you attract other agents to EXP, you earn a percentage of their commission from the company. And that's the part where people call it the pyramid scheme. It's not at all. And I'll explain why in just a minute. And then there's stock awards. EXP gives you company stock when you hit a certain milestone and you can actually own a piece of the brokerage you work for, right? That's the structure, simple. So now let's talk about the real stuff here. When I joined EXP, I expected the financial model to be the big thing, right? Better split, stock revenue share, yeah, all of that stuff. But there were actually things that surprised me. Surprise number one was the training access, the access to training. I expected generic webinars, and what I found was agents that were sharing actual systems working in their market right now today. And not, of course, from like 2019 or something. It was real current tactical stuff. And these are people that were actively closing deals in today's market, right? So that was surprise number one. Surprise number two was the technology stack. EXP gives you all the tools that most brokerage will charge you for separately, but you just get them for free. And when you are inside a group, like for example the Wolfpack, the group that I'm in, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. The technology layer goes even deeper. AI systems, content tool, lead automations, things that at a traditional brokerage you'd have to build yourself. And then surprise number three was the leverage, right? The revenue share model. Look, I understand the skepticism. I understand it's like MLM or, here's the difference. In MLM, you make money by recruiting people, period, right? In EXP, you earn revenue share when the agents you attract close transaction. You only earn if they produce, right? That's not recruitment money. That's just production money. So it doesn't come from the agent. It comes from the company's 20% that they take from the agent's commission. It comes from that part, right? And for me, revenue share has become a real passive income layer to my multiple streams of income. So there's no retire on the beach money yet, but a consistent secondary income stream that grows while I focus on my own business. It can't get much better than that. But here's what I want to make sure you hear, because this is the most part about EXP that most people skips is the cons. And there are some real cons here, right? So con number one, EXP is not for everybody. And I'll be the first to say that. If you need a lot of in-person support, a physical office, a broker down the hall, a daily face-to-face accountability, EXP will not be for you. You'll probably feel very isolated unless you know how to tap in to a group online like Zoom or text or things of that nature. If you're a self starter and you know how to tap in to resources, it'll be perfect for you. But the model is built for agents who are, self directed. If you're not, EXP can accelerate your struggles instead of solving them. Con number two is the revenue share can create weird incentives, right? Some agents join EXP and spend more time recruiting than producing. And that's a real thing. It's real at every other cloud based brokerage. Go on Instagram and you'll see what I'm talking about. That's the real thing. And if you're attracted to EXP primarily for the revenue share, not the production tool, you need to just check that for 1 minute. Your core business is still has to come first. And of course, things can shift as time goes on, right? Number three, not all EXP groups are equal or created equal. This is the most important one. So EXP itself is just a brokerage. The experience you have inside of it depends almost entirely on which group you join first, right? The training, the support, the tools, the culture, the live insides, it's all in your sponsored group. And this is when agents ask me about EXP. My first question back is, who are you planning to join with? Because two agents can be at EXP, have completely different experiences, and both be right about what they tell you. So, who is EXP actually for then? So it's for self-starters, agents who don't need someone to manage them on a day-to-day basis, tech forward agents, agents that are ready to embrace an AI or already interested in AI, context marketing, automations. EXP's model amplifies all those skills. You can build something much larger than just a transactional business. So agents who think long-term, the stock, the revenue share, the equity, none of that matters in month one, but it compounds over time. If you're playing the 3 to 5 to 10 year game, the math just gets insanely interesting. And then here's what's really cool. Now, the Wolfpack specifically, the group I'm a part of in EXP, the reason I point agents towards the Wolfpack and to join me and partner with me isn't because that EXP model is so great. It's because of what we've built on top of it, right? The AI systems for lead generations and content, marketing frameworks, direct access to agents who are actively winning in pretty much any market today. It's not just a brokerage, it's an operating system built for business in 2026 and beyond. So I'm going to tell you exactly who this is right for. Everyone. But if you're the kind of agent who is watching this video and thought, this is exactly the information that I've been looking for, then it's probably worth a conversation with myself to see if, partnering together is actually the way that your business can scale beyond belief. So I put together a free brokerage decision guide. It's about 7 questions you should ask yourself before making any brokerage shift. There's no fluff, just questions that actually matter. The link is down below. And if you want to have a real conversation about whether or not the group specifically makes sense for you in your situation, just book a free call. First link in the description. It's free. There's no pitch, just some honest answers. And I'll give you everything you need to know on that call. So, hey, hit subscribe if you want more of this. I'm not doing just hype, I'm doing strategy. I'll see you on the next video.